Oh my goodness, what is this game? Hey everybody, welcome back to Spirit Plays More Spiral Knights. Before we begin, please click the like button, subscribe to see more in the future. You can't just click a search, you have to like, look at all this work I have to do. Manually click all the way down to rank 5 dash whatever, 3, something like that. Anyway, I felt like taking a walk down Jelly Lane. I tried playing some Spiral Knights for a second. Spiral Knights, jeez. Catacomb Kids failed the daily today. My fault. I felt like we could take everything, destroy it. Okay, look at this message. Game is dead and so are we. I don't know, it's my boys in Singapore. Maybe they're having a rough gaming life. I don't know what the economy's like in Singapore also. I saw a post on Facebook where it was like, London gas is 7 something US dollars per gallon. It's not Biden's fault. I'm like, well, that's actually terrible logic. It's kind of a slogan. Slogan is a Welsh term that means, the battle cry of the dead. It's something that you take it to its ultimate conclusion. If you take it to its ultimate conclusion, there's actually nothing underneath it. So, what was gas like before? Why is it different now? Like, you ask these simple questions, and you're just like, okay, well, maybe it was, or at least had something to do with him. But who knows, right? It's not like that stuff really matters. Or maybe it does matter an awful lot to everybody. We're gonna try to kill everything, I guess. So we do need some cash. I haven't had a full trinket / weapon loadout set in ages. Cause I mean, the game is dead, and so are we. What do you say to that? Maybe he's right. Maybe he's not. Should do this one. Yatta! Oh yeah, we got Mike too. I know Fred, I vowed to feed you at some point, but the economy's bad, man. If you don't know who Fred is, he's... crap, that's not the right button. He's here. He's Fred. He's level 0. Can't change equipment right now. Game informs me. And I can understand why not. Well, maybe we shouldn't have just done all that. But, I mean, things happen. Life is important. These creatures can somehow exist without the need of food. It's okay, I guess. I mean, sustenance, right? I remember reading a study about how, yeah, latency. Like, it didn't really hit me, or did it? Like, on my end, did it? I read a study about, how vegans actually get cancer less, and it's not because they eat plants, and who knows where this study came from, dude. I can't even quote it. It's like something I read 10 years ago. It's not because they eat plants, it's because they eat less. Because it turns out the more you eat, the more chances your, proteins and stuff have to mutate. So if you eat less and, like, don't work out, then you get cancer less. Yeah, but do you live longer? Like, is your heart healthier? Like, can you go up and down the stairs at age 50 because you decide not to do anything your entire life physically? I don't know, man. What is life? A little bit of trial and pain to let you know you're alive. So anyway, I was thinking, hey, since I failed the daily Catacomb Kids quite early, it was like 4-4, didn't do too hot. Why not just jump into Spiral Knights? And this is one of the stages I really loved. I want to talk about nostalgic value. Taking a walk down the slime, the Jelly King. He's the man. You can do it. Okay, we actually did. I had my doubts. This is one of the songs I have on my playlist for read music. This entire game is just like, you know what? Have at it. Have at it, Mike. Be useful. This entire game is great for that. Soundtrack, honestly. I haven't said it before. I'll say it again because it's worth repeating. I would say 90% of game involvement is the sounds. Not necessarily the whole dopamine rush type sound, although that is maybe a little important. But just like the sound effects. Or sorry, the music itself, the aura that the game presents. Like you think Spiral Knights, and there's like, especially the intro when you're about to play, about to get better, about to improve yourself. Something about that just kind of like really sends chills. But it gives you a feeling of comfort, revisiting the things that I came over here and I didn't even grab the statue. Revisiting the things that got you motivated when you were younger. This whole concept of like nostalgic value that rules your future. Because then you want to go back to that eventually, right? But maybe not the same. Maybe something a little more sophisticated. So you spend your time in the future trying to recreate that feeling, but in more of a mature context, something like that. Or, as life is. Alright, fine. You know what? Now you get fiery dragon death. What do you think about that? That's what happens when you hit me with spikes. Or, you jump into the circle of life, or Elton John, and you help recreate that in generations generations that are past your own, which is the natural course of life, right? It's actually the only commandment that's given, like the first 2 chapters of Genesis. Going to those, I can't help but go to the Bible once in a while. Be fruitful and multiply. It's like the only command God gave, literally, man. Subdue the land, be fruitful and multiply. That's it. So, you know, here's Minecraft. Have fun. Oh yeah, and make more of you. That's it. Those are the 2 commandments. Those aren't too tough, I think. Just about anybody can follow those. So I can't. Okay, now I can see what I got. Man, these are terrible. Are these any better, though? Alright, let's go. Enjoy your sleep. I will spare you. I am a merciful gunner. Oh man, now playing Rogue Legacy 2. And they have a gunner. And the gunner has a hat. And the gunner dies so hard. But he's a finger, like he's going through epileptic shock or something. He just fires so many bullets. It's ridiculous. I love it. And then he runs out of bullets. It's not like an outcome fight or anything. But anyway, I needed a little bit of comfort after my Catacomb Kids letdown. You want to talk about a game that's unforgiving? You invest yourself into like an hour and 15-minute run and then just die. Like, so you try to take steps to prevent that. It doesn't always work. Case in point, kind of why I'm here. I mean, I'm not, per Timmy's point in the intro message, not necessarily dead as far as lifeless, but as far as like an ability to go into the future, we don't need that for this level, I don't think. Unless I forgot everything about this level. Unless it changed, right? Unless there's some balance updates that I don't know about, which never happens. Remember when Polaris and stuff like that got balanced? They gave us dash because everybody could get through Gempire's wall of Polaris fire. Of course, I'm talking about Lockdown. I can't help it. Revisit it once in a while. Such hopes for that game improving on what it was. I still do. No, you wanna grab the statue? I still don't. It's still fun to visit. I mean, I got videos still locked in here and I think a couple on Twitch. It's like I feel great when my daughter encourages me to play Lockdown until I play it and I'm like, this is why I don't like this game. Maybe I'm just not good at it. And you know what? I'm not good at all. Maybe my hand-eye coordination is just about average. I have no idea. How do you measure such things? I'm sure there's ways to measure it. I mean, I've been in martial arts for a while, but what's that have to do with, like, clicking a mouse? A little bit different. The skill set maybe is a little bit different. Okay, but I like to think my way to victory. Which is good in a team-based game, you can do that. But if one character is getting, like, an extra 2 zeros on the end of their damage spectrum, not that much. But, you know, the offset's pretty high. If one person can kill 4 of your team before they go down, and not due to skill set, just due to the built-in aimbot and connection speed, perhaps. I mean, you're like, well, what's the fun in this? They just click a button and my guys die. Cookie clicker. Anyway, that's my rant on Lockdown for now. Okay, it's gonna happen once in a while. With good nostalgic feelings come bad ones as well. I should not just run into the middle of combat here like I did, but we chose to. Now Brother Mike's gonna help us out. Thanks, Thanks, buddy. He's here for us. Some things never change. Do-do-do-do. That's a Frozen song, right? Apologies, friggin'. We get these indicators now down in the bottom right hand corner of Windows 11. I don't even know what's on this machine anymore. It'll say humid air pollution. Like, what? Suddenly the air's polluted because it's warm? Or maybe that means pollen. So here's something we can do. Instead of wearing a mask, let's just kill all the trees. That'll keep everybody safe from the dreaded air pollution. And monkeypox, by the way. I am scared to death. I'm still, you know what? I'm so scared. I'm only going to play games where my characters are wearing masks. That's how scared I am. And if they don't have masks on, they are not getting the correct virtue signal that I wish for them to have. And I am going to feel offended, marginalized, and somebody better feel bad for me. Even Mike, I will not use you. If the monkeypox outbreak gets any worse, rather if they tell me the monkeypox outbreak, okay, I'm done with that, sorry. Monkeypox. Where's my murder hornets? Give me something I can fight. Wearing a mask, it's so silly. I'll fight murder hornets. I got tennis rackets. I can battle these things. Swarms of them, I don't care. I let up my kill count. I'll post combo videos on YouTube killing murder hornets. There's gotta be some kind of value in that. Walking down these memory halls. I could just go take the damage. We should do this properly, right? It's meant to be down like a narrow hallway. Like there's no chance of going back. You're committed, buddy. Good job. Or I could just run into the spikes. It's also an option. Oh, dipsy doodle. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Killed something. Oh, my shield. Best shield in the game, Ancient. So I use this sword instead of the Winter Grave. Shock value. Get it. Get it. You don't have to get it, it's okay. Now quite literally it shocks them so they may not hit me when I unleash the charge. That's it. Go for the last key. Let's do it. We're men. We're men with pipes and funny hats and happy eyes, but we smoke bubbles. It's terrible. Don't do that. Don't start that habit. A friend of mine is actually quitting smoking. I am proud of him. I did it like, holy crap, it's almost 20 years ago. 19 years ago. Ah! So, that makes you feel ancient, right? When you say 20-ish years ago is when I stopped doing a thing. We can't say that about Spiral Knights yet. What's the last update this game had? 20-ish years ago. No, it's not. Ah! Gosh. There's... Oh my god, Java. You feel good every time, buddy. King Zu. There's only 2 people playing the game right now. I mean, there used to be even a propaganda fight in this game about how Spiral Knights is just, you know, the game's not dead. Look at the Steam statistics. People don't even try that anymore. It's no more. They don't even try the propaganda fight. No one straight up. No one plays. I did it. See that? This guy. It's high level weaponry. I can't jump around that. I can't get on that sophistication. It's just too high for me. Help. Can't wave. This is me waving with my both hands in the air. That's the sign from Team America, right? Anybody remember that movie? By the South Park. People who don't care about offending anybody. I did it. Look at that. Hit 2 out of 3 sword hits hit their target. seriously the swords right there, in a nutshell. You do you, boo. Oh man. Do. Ow. There we go, Funk Soul brother. Look, he's cleared out all of his guys with like 2 charges. Love it. No complaints. You guys remember Proto Gear? Should do a run of that stuff maybe. Can we destroy all these enemies before the song plays through once? Probably. We really focused on it, but even like anybody going in this level is just like, who cares about direct efficiency? But I've seen people that do speedruns on the Jelly King, like Voofy, etc. You guys are pretty awesome. I cannot compare. I can barely do it as it is. Got him. Stat. Freaking killed a lightning bug with a bazooka. Me, oh my. The last hope I had was making that video about 10 reasons to play it. Was it 10? 5. 10's a lot of reasons to play this game in 2021. And now 2021's gone. Here's 2022. I can't make it again. And so the massive gelatinous cube is short fused and loves to throw its weight around. When its royal tasters are absent, a poison parfait would be a royal pain. Close codex. I'm ready. I got my poison parfait. Are you ready? Didn't work. The game lied to me. Boom. Oh. 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 I think we can hit him anyway, right? Oop. I guess we used Mike recently. My bad. Should be using the other weapon, but he's dead. Oh my gosh, we're so good. Did you see that? Professional. Yo, if the coin is big, it's worth a lot. Like, look at this. Look at this. This is potential. Pure. We can make this something. Top 10 reasons to play Spiral Knights in 2031. Thank you, King Zu. I like green. Makes me feel glowy. Can't, I'm trapped. Did it, buddy. Whoop. Whoop. Okay. Alright, we did it. Victory is ours. Who's the real winner here? I guess it's, Grey Havens for keeping the game up and maybe getting a little bit of money from us in the process. We got 3K crowns, perhaps things that can potentially be sold. I'm not even sure about like running up to the market and seeing if I can sell basic equipment. Maybe we could try that, I guess. That's how I used to get all my money. I didn't play the Merc world. I would just jump in and see if people would buy the basic equipment, because then, I mean, people have needs of basic things to craft and get better. Why not jump in and help them out with that? We did it. Willing to buy a... Oh, there. What is Shadow? Look at all these people. There's at least like 10. What is this? What is this creature? Yeah. Deceptive, okay. Yo. Why is he making weird noises? I'm gonna throw up. Got people looking snazzy here. You know what? I'm gonna put on my outfit. This is like 90% of the game these days. Here we We gotta look gorgeous. This is the only costume I have. There we go, I'm ready to garden. Just call me Mr. Snipe. Boom. Imagine if you found like snipe gardens and stuff like that. Snipe gardens. Yeah, in the regular Clockworks. Wouldn't that be neat? You know, like I show up at a costume party, or a party wearing a costume. Like I think a costume party should just happen. The world should accommodate me and my wants and my needs. Reality will adjust accordingly. Bushy tail. And that lags the game. Like, that's hilarious. Come on, Java, you got this, buddy. You okay? Oh my gosh. It loads everything too. We might go back with some extra money. It'd be nice. We do. We can buy some. I don't even know. I don't know. What are we even gonna go for? Trinkets, I guess. You know what we could do? Save up. Chroma. Spell Chrome with an A in this game. Good job. We could save up for like a shadow key. Oh, you know what we could do? Something I've never done. I've never done the expansion. I never downloaded it. Played this game for so long, man. Still haven't done the expansion. Do we need to though? At this point, does it need to be done? Are we gonna win a prize? Just the experience, right? Let's do the experience. But then, like, can I find anybody who can enjoy that, like, that intro experience with me? Because everybody's done it except me, I think. So somebody who has not gone through it and be like, oh, what's next? Instead, they're like, no, just hit this over here. This is the most efficient way to do it. Like when I first went to, what was it? The Prestige missions. The one where it's, please forgive me, I forget this stuff. It's like poison and fire. And they're like, no, hit the switches in a certain order. What? And they kept yelling at me, like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to win. Hit things. Like, you don't unleash them all at the same time. I'm like, oh, God, don't hurt me. Sorry, I'm not doing things exactly like the community knows it should be done. Maybe that's my fault. I'm not investing totally in the game as I should. That was a real Spiral Knights game, right? Know all the artwork that was posted on the Reddit. That's how you know you're a real player. Are there any Spiral Knights memes? Usually if something etches itself into at least the internet world, a meme will show up. And a meme is interesting, and I think the phrase was coined by Richard Dawkins. Pardon me. It's something that like shows up and appears, oddly enough. You know, the whole. I can understand biology. I can understand the theory of evolution. But what gets me is like once you get into the fine points of DNA. Interesting. Let's go nuts. Yeah, 777. So the way I understand DNA working, and I only have 3 books on this topic, not specific. 1 book specifically on DNA, and 2 books that kind of mention in biology, specifically in the cell's design. Now, when it talks about it, it's like, okay, say we have this fountain, right? We have this is our DNA structure, this fountain, and it's evolving. And you build another fountain, and then maybe it learns. Don't ask why it learns; it just does. It learns to get better, to keep propagating. So this fountain will somehow know, in order to get better and defend itself from like something above it, defend the water, it'll come pick up steel from over here, material that it doesn't have access to, and just put it over here. Like the chemical compounds and stuff it has to break down, dissect, and remake is so ridiculously complex. It like I don't understand. Like once you get to that point, it's a giant speculation as to how the DNA, the cell itself, can actually help the evolutionary process. So I don't know how that works, man. I just know that there's enough doubt to my mind to be like, I don't know if that's exactly how things go. But anyway, I'm a guy walking around in a snipe hat, wearing a gardener outfit, so I mean, what do I know? All I do is read incessantly. I got to talk, I'll leave you with this, I got to talk a little bit about the four loves. So, you know, in English, we have one word for love. I love my car and I love my wife. Those are two totally different things. You can walk around a bit, I guess. I love how we have a get-up animation. So that's English. And in the Greek, they have four versions of love. They have agape, storge, phileo, and eros. So eros is like romantic love. Agape is like love to a father. Storge is love to a child. And phileo is love to a brother. So they're specific. And every form of love, once you dissect it, because it should be dissected, love is a pretty deep issue. Same with like God. Somebody asks you if you believe in God. Well, there's a few differences between the totalitarian Muslim God and the Christian God and the Jehovah's Witness God and whatever the heck the Krishna is to the Indian philosophy. And then there's Buddhism, which you just want to reject all reality and seek oblivion. So these things are worthy of dissecting, is kind of what I'm getting at. And so you have eros. Every type of love starts with agency and ends with force of will. So what I mean by that is, so eros, this is the easiest one, right? Eros, romantic love, starts with agency. The male sees the beauty of the female and it compels him to go toward her, and she in turn looks at the image of the man that's like being emotionally attached. And we can go into the biological and psychological reasons for that, but whatever, it is what it is, and everybody understands that, at least I hope. So that's the agency. That's the easiest part. The way that turns into the force of will is, well, the outworking of masculine and feminine interaction, which is also true in reality, not just with gender and biology, is life comes from that, and you take responsibility for that life to grow properly. So that's the force of will. You don't have to. We live in roughly a fatherless country, if you want to get down to it, for a lot of reasons, not just the fathers, but a lot of reasons. Then you have phileo. Phileo is brotherly love, so you're looking at each other. Sorry, this is two people. It doesn't have to be, because male and female have both masculine and feminine traits. We just embody one or the other more so. This is phileo is when two people are doing like the same thing. Like you like the same video game. If you're watching this, obviously you like the same thing that I do. I haven't been here in ages, so like why not? We just like Gremlins room free. Like why isn't anybody putting a bullet to the back of these guys' heads? They throw coffee at us and want us to kill us in the Clockworks. Anyway, so you got phileo, which is brotherly love. You look at the same thing, you play the same game. That's easy enough to understand. Where that becomes a force of will is, well, the thing you're looking at is the aim you both, like me and Mike are looking this way. Is the aim we're going worth me giving my life so that you can continue on that aim? That's also loving God with all your heart and all your soul and all your strength, and love your neighbor as yourself. Christ says a person will give their life for a good man, but for a wicked man, no one would do that. So this is giving your life for somebody so that aim can continue. Give your life for your neighbor. That's where the force of will. No one wants to do that. Then you have what else? Agape. Well, this one's pretty easy. Everybody starts with like a fatherly figure. You want to be like them. Especially this works as a child specifically. Like you have your father can do anything. He's way stronger than you. He does what he says. Like he says he's gonna do something, then he does it, and that's something, man. In a world where people will lie and deceive, seeing that kind of truth is pretty amazing. So you want to be like that. So you try to mimic them. You try to be like them. Well, the issue that happens is if you want to be like them, you have to do things you don't want to do. So I'll tell my kids, yo, clean your room. Where are we going? We did it. We walked into the room. That's where it becomes a force of will. You have to do something you don't want to do. What did we complete? I love this game. And what else is it? Storge. Storge is the last one. And that's where you have a love of a child. So when a child's born, they are literally helpless. And as far as I can tell, you don't really grow up until someone in this world is more important than you. Like, not just your mate, but someone who literally can't eat without you. They won't exist. This is real. This is how things are. We are one generation from extinction all the time. So So if you have, and I heard so many ladies saying this, if you say something like, I don't think it's worthy to bring it, this world's good enough to bring a child into, or this world's too terrible, I don't think it's a good time. Like, it's never a good time, but it's always a good time at the same time. What's that say about life? What's that say about you not wanting to nurture and make the next generation better? What's that say about you taking responsibility for the terrible stuff that you're saying, what makes the world so terrible around you? Hardly ever hear this music. Hey guys. So that's Storge. You bring somebody into the world, you nurture them, you fuel them, you feed them in so many ways. But then the idea is you have to let them go. And that's what you don't want to do. You want them to, this is called the Oedipus complex. It's right. Oedipus. It's where the mother, it's basically motherly love. And that's feminine courage as far as I can tell also. Feminine courage is letting go of the little one once you've equipped them properly. It's hopefully the masculine's job to do that. So there's your four loves. The idea behind all four of them is Christ completes all four. That's why that story is the best story and the worst story, because it's terrible. Like, he's innocent and everybody knows it, kind of thing. So, in all of those loves, like, where does Spiral Knights fit in? Well, I don't know. I guess Storge? But the thing about it is, and this is something you recognize, Storge is the love child. We all love this game. Loved, past tense perhaps. But it's not growing. And if it's not growing, it's like there's something wrong. And eventually you move on because we grow. If not, we're a different person than we were. How long have you guys been doing that? We're a different person than we were 5 seconds ago. Like, growth just needs to happen. And if it doesn't happen, will people get frustrated and bitter? And if you don't move on and continue to grow, you will become so resentful it's ridiculous. Or you'll just accept the fact that growth just doesn't happen. And you'll accept what everybody tells you because you've never really grown. Or tried to. Anyway, but I'm just a guy with a snipe hat. Once again, thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, the like button. Let me know what you thought, because I like sharing thoughts. It's a good thing to share thoughts. Subscribe to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time.